Today we're going to be learning about this guy. EI. EI follows that little jingle that you might have learned in school. I before E except after C. It's usually true. It's usually a pattern that you can count on. I before E except after C. So in today's lesson, you're going to be seeing EI coming after a C. So a lot of our, I think maybe all of them. Nope, not all of them. In the spelling class, we had to have it come after it so that we could spell words with it coming after that C. But in this reading class, I'm going to show you that EI in a lot of different instances because it doesn't always come after a C. To train your brain to recognize EI as a unit that says E. It follows the tap 2 rule if you're wondering, if you forget what it says. That E is going to say E because one of the next 2 letters is another vowel. Okay, so let me share my screen. Do 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 do. Okay, so let's mark this first one together. We see that this first E is going to say E because one of the next 2 letters is another vowel. Same with the second E. That's that EI grapheme or vowel team that's going to say E. Follows the tap 2 rule also. So our sounds are E, P, E, M. When you blend those sounds together, it is E prime, E prime. A lot of, wait a minute. In the back of my mind, I was thinking, why isn't it E prime? It is, and you knew it. Did anybody put that in the Q&A? Yes, I love it when you guys correct me because I'm wrong a lot. I make mistakes a lot. And I'm so grateful when you put in the Q&A when I do make a mistake because it would just confuse everybody if that wasn't addressed. So should we start again? This E is going to say E. Thank you. Because the next 2 letters are consonants. My mind must have been somewhere else, but yours was spot on. Well done. So again, those sounds are E, P, E, M. E prime. E prime. Okay, now I'm going to focus a lot better, but I'll leave this next one to you. Go ahead and work on your own, and I'll be quiet while you work. Question. I thought the last 2 was a consonant. So in order for a vowel to make it short sound, the next 2 letters have to be consonants, or it has to be just a final consonant. 1 consonant and then nothing, and then the end of the word. It'll still make it soft sound. I mean, it's short sound. All right, so in this word, our first E says E, right? Because the next 2 letters are consonants. The second E is going to say E because the next 1 or 2 letters is another vowel. Our sounds are E, S, T, E, N. Blending those sounds together. Estine, estine, estine. Brilliant. Number 2. All right, so here's our EI grapheme that says E. And here's our EY grapheme that we learned about last time, or maybe it was the time before. It was last week anyway. We learned that EY says E also. So many different ways to spell the E sound. So our sounds are S, T, E, M, P, L, E. Blending them together. Streamply, streamply, streamply. Grab that L. Make sure that it doesn't sneak out because L's sometimes tend to do that. So make sure that you focus on that spot and put that L where it belongs. Okay, try yours over here by yourself. I want you to focus on the R sound because that is the sound that is going to be most difficult to get in the right spot in the word. You did it, didn't you? You focused on that R sound, I can just tell. All right, so here we have that EI saying E and the EY saying E. If you'll notice, they both follow the tap 2 rule, don't they? The E says it's long sound because one of the next 2 letters is another vowel. Y is a vowel when it's not the first letter. Y is a vowel if it's not the first letter of a word or a syllable. All right, and then our sounds are P, O, E, F, E, blending them together. Plea-free. Plea-free. Now we have an L and an R in that word. L's and R's and N's are going to be the letters that will trip us up when we're trying to read most often. So focus on those 2 spots, that L and the R. Make sure that those sounds are in the right spot in the word. Plea-free. Plea-free. Not an easy word to say, to wrap your tongue around, but you can do it. Plea-free. Okay, out of Estine and plea-free, number 1 and 2, how many of those did you get without me before I came in and did it with you? 0, 1, or 2 of those, so I know how I can best move forward today. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's try number 3. Down here, this number 3 right here, on your own. Go for it. Okay, so we know that this E is going to say eh because the next 2 letters are both consonants. We know that this E is going to say E because one of the next 2 letters is another vowel. And we're learning today to recognize that EI vowel team as a unit, as a team that says E. So our sounds are eh, t, e, m, team, team. How did you do on that one? Yes or almost? Y or A? In the Q&A, please. Okay. I was hoping I would get that many Y's. That's a lot of Y's. Then let's go down. I'm going to skip the other number 3, and let's go down to number 4. Try this one over here. Grab the R and the L. Make sure that they are in the right spot. Go nice and slow. And don't let an R or an L get after that F. You see that F at the end? An R or an L might try to slide in that spot. Don't let it. Can you see how tempting it is to say the as FRY or FLY? Those sounds want to sneak in there, don't they? They're sneaky, I tell you. All right, our sounds are, this first E is going to say eh because the next 2 letters are consonants. This E is going to say E because there's a vowel 1 or 2 doors away. This Y at the end of a multisyllable word is going to say E because that's what it usually says at the end of longer words. So our sounds are T, M, P, O, E, F, E. Be careful right here. Blending those sounds together. I'm going to go one sound at a time and do successive blending since there's so many sounds to hold on to. Tur. Excuse me. Tre. Trem. Now when we're saying this, focus on articulating the sound of that T and the R clearly. Don't let it turn into chur, tre, trem. Say t, tur, tre, trem. Okay? Tremp, tremple, tremply, trempleef, trempleefy, trempleefy. I had to struggle with that one. Trempleefy. How did you do? Y or A? That's right, you did. Very good. Y, yes, or A, almost. Yay, I love the exclamation points. That was beautiful. Wow, well done. Okay, for the rest of our time, I'm going to let you pick which one we do. So down here at our extra practice, which word do you want to do with me before I let you go and do these on your own? Okay, first winner of the getting their number in the Q&A was number 7. Nicole wants number 7. So go ahead and try number 7 on your own, and then I will come back and do it with you. There's R's and L's in there. Make sure you master those. You can do it. You can do it. Mm-hmm. You're doing it, aren't you? You've got it, huh? Okay, so our first E is going to say because the next 2 letters are consonants. But this E won't say it'll say E because it's part of that EI grapheme that we're learning about today, and because there's a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. And we've learned this month that Y says E usually when it's at the end of a multisyllable word. Usually, not always. So our sounds are f, n, p, o, e, m, e. Successive blending. Fr, fre, fren, frenp, frenpl, frenply, frenpleem, frenpleemy. Frenpleemy. How did you do on that one? Y or A? Yes or almost on frenpleemy? Okay, good, good. Wow, wonderful. Amazing, amazing. All right, let's see what the next number is since we have a few minutes left here. Number 4. Okay, everybody try number 4. You have got this. I believe in you. It's not as hard as it looked when you first saw it, huh? Once you analyze it and dig into there and figure out what those sounds are because of your new knowledge that you now have, then it all of a sudden turns into an accessible word that you can read, even though you've never seen it before in your life. You're like, oh yeah, okay, I got that. So we know that this E is going to say because of the tap 2 rule. We know that this E will say E because of the tap 2 rule. And EI is our new reading hack for the day that says E. Now we have a couple other graphemes in here, digraphs. This CH, 2 letters that make one sound, and this CK, 2 letters that make one sound. So there are 3 different digraphs in this word, 2 letters that make one sound. So there's going to be a lot fewer sounds in this word than actual letters, which might make it easier to read. Let's see. We have ch, k, e, m, p. Checkimp, checkimp, checkimp. Let me see all the Y's or A's for checkimp. Y, yes, A, almost. I knew it. I knew I would see a lot of Y's for that word. It might have looked a little intimidating, but then when you just sit there, sit with it for a minute, even if you didn't get it until after I did it with you, then if you're like, oh yeah, okay, I see that now. That is progress, okay? That is progress. Nobody needs perfection in my class. Just practice with the right instruction is progress. Why does a C say S in some words? Kaylee, that is because a C will make its soft sound S when the next letter is an E, I, or Y. And we're going to have a whole lesson all about that. When to spell with a C, or when, that's spelling class. For this reading class, you're going to have a whole lesson on when C will say K and when it will say S. It's based on the letter that comes after it. All right, last one. We have a number 10 request. Go ahead and try number 10. Whoops. Grab that L and put it in the right spot. You're welcome. Hopefully you are feeling excited about reading all of these words so well. I hope you are. And even if you don't get them all right all the way to the end, I teach 2 spelling classes before this, so I need to remember that this is reading. But even if you didn't read it all correctly all the way to the end, you read by sound, and that's progress. And you read some of those sounds properly and in the right order. That's progress too. All right, in this word, we have that EI vowel team that says E, and this EY vowel team that also says E. So our sounds are sh, E, f, l, E. Sheafly. Sheafly. How did you do on sheafly? Does the Y make an I sound, or is that rule only if it's the only vowel at the end? It can make the I. Y can say I at the end of longer words as well as at the end of short words. Here's what you should know. Y will say I always when it's the only letter. It's the only and last vowel. If it's the last letter of a 1-syllable word, of a 1-vowel word, and if that Y is the only vowel, it will say I if it's the last letter. Cry, fly, shy, try, buy, my. There's a million of them. It can also say I at the end of multi-syllable words, but it's much more rare than saying E at the end. You'll notice words like satisfy, rely is technically a multi-syllable word. So it will say I sometimes, but usually it will say E much more often. All right, let me look at all of these Ys. Okay, beautiful. And if you got an almost, I love those twos. Almosts are almost, and those should be celebrated too, my friends. I am feeling wonderful about what I saw from your feedback in the Q&A about how you're doing. I hope that you're feeling good about your progress too. I think you're doing amazing. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.